Hey, what's up? Chris Hughes here, and in this video, this is actually going to be a longer video, and the reason for that is because I want to actually teach you something of value that's going to actually help you with creating an income online. It's 2020 right now. It is August 25th, 2020, and I've been making a full-time income since, I think it was September of 2012, September or October of 2012, when I officially learned like how to basically create a full-time income from the internet, and then it's allowed me to travel the world and like live all over the place, which has been incredible. And I've taught it a couple times to different people, and the problem was it's very difficult for me to keep up with doing all of the teaching stuff, and like especially when I'm actually doing it full-time, because as you can see back here, I love surfing, so a lot of the time I lived in beach towns that didn't have very good internet access. So when I was working, when I was online, it was strictly creating content and marketing and setting up ads and stuff like that. So I didn't spend a lot of time teaching this stuff. So what I'm going to do inside of this video is I'm actually going to teach you an overall outlook, and then I'm going to introduce you to something that I came across a year ago. And it basically teaches you how to build an online income in 24 months, so 2 years. And if that's too long for you, I know a lot of people are very impatient and stuff, and they want something to, they want to like quit their job immediately and immediately make like billions of dollars, and that's not the case with this. What this is going to do is it's going to teach you a skill set, something that you can actually use over and over again to create digital assets. Digital real estate is what I call it. And what it's going to do is I'm actually going to walk you through like the overall viewpoint, like the 10,000 foot view, show you what it actually is, and then at the end of the video, what I want you to do, if it's something that you're actually interested in, it's not going to be for everyone. I'm going to refer the product to you, the full course. And what's cool about the actual course is these guys are also doing the same type of like digital marketing, stuff like that. So they have like a full-time team that does content creation, teaching the stuff that I'm going to teach in this video. But they've organized it in a way that's easier to follow. Like they give you like month 1, this is what you need to do. Month 2, this is what you need to do. Month 3. And what's cool about this is they actually tell you what kind of milestones you should be looking for. So you can actually like track your progress along with the rest of the community. And I'm actually in that community. They have like a full forum set up. They have a bunch of different courses, and I'll go over that later on. But what I want to do now is I'm actually going to flip this around, and I'm going to go into the computer. Right now I'm sitting, in my office here, and I'm going to flip this around, and I'm going to take you to the computer and show you the overall outlook of everything that needs to happen for you to turn to like basically create a digital real estate asset for your life. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be something that you can just spend 1 hour today doing and then make money for life. This is going to be something that for the next 24 months, if you go through the full course, you're going to be doing like weekly steps and monthly steps to make sure that you're making progress towards this goal. So if that sounds like too much work, this isn't going to be for you. It's probably your best idea to just go elsewhere. But if you actually want to create something that's going to become something, if you actually run a real business, that things don't just happen overnight. Like success kind of builds upon different steps. Like you do one thing, you do another, you do another, you do another, until you're at the level that you want. And then you can, as you're doing it, you hire people on to do the work for you, to kind of manage the team, to be the owner of the business. And what this is going to do is it's going to teach you all that. So I'm going to show you a quick overview, something that's going to educate you about this whole process, and then after that, I'm going to show you the recommended tool. And if you're very impatient for whatever reason, I'm going to link it up down below as well. Because as we know, a lot of the time, you might get excited about this, and then instead of wanting to watch me explain the full process, you just want to invest in the course itself and start working towards that goal, because like that's how I am. I like to, instead of like wasting time on free stuff, I put money in, and then I do the stuff that I'm taught by the teachers, by the mentors. So I'm going to go to the computer now, so I'll see you there. Hey, okay, so I have another monitor that I am going to be looking at over here, but I just wanted you to know that so I'm not like ignoring you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you through this whole process right now so that you can see for yourself how this is going to work. I hope this sounds good. I got the microphone right here. Don't know if you can see this or not, but I'm going to show you the overview of what needs to happen for this in order for you to kind of start building up an online asset. So one of the digital real estate things. So I guess I can show you right away what's inside this course. That way you can see it. So instead of just having one course, which is the original reason that I bought it, was to get this 60 Steps to Blogging Success course. They did add one that's 60 Steps to Success on YouTube, and I like YouTube. I've started building up niche YouTube accounts to kind of create these digital assets around different topics. None of them are like make money type stuff because that's not what I'm good at. Like the make money niche isn't really something that I do. This is a video for teaching you how to do that though. So I guess I'm contradicting myself on that, but most of the stuff that I do is niche based or niche based. It's based around like an interest. So look at all this. This is what you get with all this stuff. So there's even stuff when it comes to like video editing, because you're gonna want to learn how to do that, especially if you're doing YouTube. But the first thing here is 60 Steps to Blogging Success. So basically, I'll walk you through this with the golfing niche, and the reason for that is because I live in Florida right now and a lot of people golf here, so it's a good idea for like you can build up something around golfing if that's what you're interested in. And inside of the course that they give you, it's they give you a bunch of topics and stuff that you can go through, so I do recommend getting that and going through that instead of just like using this as a random thing, because it's not gonna this isn't going to be as detailed as the full course is. And it's not going to break down like step by step every week. This is what you do. So what do? You start off with an overview of a specific niche, right? And from this, you want to go from kind of a broad topic and kind of bring it down each time. So that way you're not competing with, in this particular instance, 110 million people. So right here, 110 million results. This shows that this is a huge niche, huge opportunity. And you can do the same with like basketball. And I enjoy basketball. You can do this with like surfing. You can do all that. But right off the bat, you'll notice advertisements right here. Right off the bat, top stories. It seems like golf doesn't have that, right? Well, there's some down here. But what you're going to basically do is you're going to kind of figure out something that you're interested in, something that a lot of people are going to be interested in, and inside of the 60 Steps to a Successful Site course, that teaches you more of this process as just the overview. So let's say right off the bat here, I could do golfing tips. You know what? That'll narrow this down. So it went from 110 million results to 8 million results. Pretty quick, right? And the first thing here, 5 tips to break 100. So if you golf, I don't know if you do. Most people don't. So this might not be important or understandable to you at this point. But 5 tips to breaking 100 is a good starting point for like if you're going to do videos or something. But what's kind of interesting about this is right off the bat, you're given topics that people are actually searching for right now. You'll see here like golfing tips, very general, right? Like golfing tips could be, you know, how to hit your driver farther, how to putt better, how to chip better, how to break 100, how to break 90, how to break 80. Like there's beginner stuff, there's intermediate stuff, there's expert stuff in each of these. So each of those breaks the niche down a little bit more. So that way, like when it comes down to it, you're trying to help the individual person who's searching for this particular result. So golfing tips, very general. Golfing tips for seniors. I live in Florida right now, so seniors are very active in the golf communities down here. And you'll see your golfing tips for seniors, 887 million results. That's huge, right? So what you can do is looking on this, you'll see videos So these are popular videos. So best driver swing for senior golfers, golf, best driver distance tips for senior golfers. Each of these is a potential idea for a blog post for you or a video to create if you're into this particular niche, right? But also people also asked, this is something that's going to be very beneficial for you because these are the content pieces that you're going to create. And if you're not familiar with content, it can be pretty much anything. Like right now I'm doing a YouTube video. This is a piece of content. This is something that someone could be looking for an answer to, and they go to Google and they come across the video, they click it, they watch it, they learn something. For particular things like golfing, someone who, they're sitting at their house or they're on their phone and they have a question. The purpose of the content is to answer that question, right? And what you want to think about is, like if your friend called you and was like, hey Chris, what do you know about how can seniors improve their golf swing? And if I was like a golf instructor, someone qualified to teach this stuff, I'd probably be able to help them, right? I do this with the juggling course that I have. I juggle, so I teach people how to juggle. But you'll see here, people also ask, how can seniors improve their golf game or golf swing? So if I click on that, this is a piece of content that you can create. And what you can do is you can, if you're an expert in this particular industry, you'll have certain tips that you can share with people. You can turn that into a written blog post. I'm going to click this and show you that this is probably a blog post. And you can also take the content from that and turn it into a YouTube video. So what happens here is this is a piece of digital real estate, something that someone built up, and I'm gonna bet that they sell products on here. So that's where the monetization will come in. If you were wondering where the money comes from, so let's say you Googled the thing about learning how to improve your swing as a senior for golfing. What you do is go through and look at this. There's pictures. They have tips, sentences broken up, notes, so little tips beyond that. And they also have Swing Pal Academy, so videos here on YouTube that are also other pieces of content. And something cool about this is if you start off with writing a blog post, you can take the the content that you've researched, the stuff that you've come across, and then you can take that and turn it into a video. And you can film something on your phone, you can film something on like a fancy camera, you can hire someone for a weekend to film an entire course for you or a video for you, or a bunch of videos. I recommend bunching stuff. Or you can do it the opposite way. If you are already an expert, you can just videotape stuff, you teaching, you educating, and then have somebody cut it up and turn it into different blog posts, different like Facebook posts, YouTube videos, a lot of the time like social media posts to kind of share the information with people. And inside of the course, it teaches you how to do all this stuff. So just I do recommend picking up that course. It's highly recommended, just because of how detailed it goes into. But right off the bat, you're getting to kind of see how this digital real estate works, right? Like give that a thumbs up down below if this is actually making sense to you. Other things, we'll go back and you'll see here about the other things. You can see what is the best driver for senior golfers. So I can search for this particular keyword, this particular topic, and I bet there's less people. Yeah, so this dropped it from 877 million results to 1.8 million. So that's, a lot less competition, right? So what you can do is you can do something the same exact version as this. So Golf Span might be a big website. I don't know. I'm not into the golf niche, so I don't know these things. But the 5 best drivers for seniors and older golfers reviewed and compared. So this is something that you could make if you had a golf website, right? This is something that's easy to do. Not super easy, but it's something that you can do. You can like review this stuff and you can create content around this stuff. So you'll see here what they talk about, and they probably sell things. Yeah, look, so view on Amazon. So if I click this, you'll see down at the bottom of the page, there's a bunch of information that's like amazon.com/ and that's an affiliate link. So if I were to click over to Amazon and buy through this link, the owner of golfspan.com would make a commission. Okay, so the program froze, so I'm not sure exactly where the audio and stuff cut out, so I'm just going to keep going. So as I was saying, this is an Amazon link, and what happens is the person who's searching for this particular thing, they click through, and then there's a commission link that'll be tracked to the person who created the website, and that way they'll get credited for the commission. Just like if you're a car salesperson, someone comes on the lot and they buy through you, you get the commission. Same is true with Amazon and a bunch of other websites on the internet. Like Walmart has them, Sam's Club has them, like a bunch of the big brands have the ability for you to partner with them and get commissions based on referring products. So what you can even do is, if you find a local golf course for this particular example, you can go and you can do detailed reviews of each of the products that they have there. If you become friends with the pro shop owner, like the owner of the course, whatever, you may be able to do detailed video reviews of, all of the best drivers for seniors, or the best putters for seniors, or the best, pitching wedges for seniors. And each of these particular things could be both a blog post as well as YouTube videos. So for me, I would do both if possible, because each of them can be used as a piece of content, something that someone will search for and come across your information, your YouTube video that you get a commission from, or your blog post, something that you own where you'll get commission for referring people. And what's cool about creating the YouTube videos is if you create something that's very valuable for someone, and you can get a YouTube channel monetized, which means at this point you have to have 1,000 subscribers and I think 4,000 watch hours over the past 365 days. But that's beyond what we're talking about in this particular thing. There is an entire YouTube course, 60 Steps to Success on YouTube, inside of the Project 24 thing that I recommend. But going back to this, the overall idea here is to create pieces of content that answer people's problems or the questions that they have. So what you can do is you can go through and you can go to Google and you can type in questions around the interests that you have or the niche that you're building in, or you can go to a website, answerthepublic.com. This is just another resource that I use. And what we'll do here is we can type in, what did we start with here? Golfing tips. So we'll type in golfing tips and then we'll click search. And what this is going to do is this is going to search for questions that people ask, and it's going to give you a bunch of things that you can do. And ideally what you would do is create content pieces, a YouTube video, blog post about each of these particular questions. So that way you have a bunch of things that someone could come across, someone could find, and you could answer the question for them. So this golfing tips, prepositions. So you'll see here it's broken up in a kind of difficult to read thing. So if you keep scrolling down, it's broken up into a better area. So you'll see here what it basically does. I'll show you this. So we started with golfing tips. So this is another thing that is inside of the course. It's the alphabet soup method, where you go into Google, you search, and then you type in your keyword, and then you go, you put in A, and what happens is Google does what's known as a suggested search, and YouTube does this as well, but it's ordered based on the most commonly searched things that people have. So for this, golfing tips by itself, shows up with golf tips, golfing tips for beginners. Each of these could be beginning content pieces, but if you want to get a little more detailed and less competitive, you'll hit the little space bar, you can click A, and you'll see here a bunch of these filled in. So like with this, golf tips, Arnold Palmer Invitational. I've been to the Arnold Palmer Invitational in Orlando because I lived in Orlando for a while. But like you can do the same with B. So betting, beginner, Betfair, bunker shots. So right off the bat, like bunker shots is an entire series that you could have. So we'll click through and we'll see. So there's 1.1 million results for this. And there's, some YouTube videos pop up. So each of these is something that you could create, or you could, get a golf pro to create the videos for you and to partner up with that kind of stuff. And each of these gives you an idea. And the same thing happens with this. You can go and you can click A, and, golf tips, bunker shots at home. So this is something that people look up. There's probably less people. Oh, there's 3 million here. So that's more competitive. We'll go back and we'll click A. Oops, now it removed it. So we'll go back. So at home, academy, Amy, and my, you can do the same. Golf bunker shots B. So basics fills in. But you can even go back to golf tips, go to C. So chipping around the green, chipping, pitching. Each of these are things that people search for. So it's just kind of getting you to think of the commonly searched things that people have questions about and start creating the content piece of the digital real estate around that stuff. And that's basically what this does, is it organizes those for you in one place. And it gives you, what's this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 potential topics that you could, blog about or create YouTube videos for. And what you'll do is you'll go through and you'll create very detailed, very useful pieces of information that answer the question that somebody has. And if you're not the expert on this, you can find someone who is, and then pay them for their time to work with you to create the content. Like it's a way of you to kind of learn while you're creating content that's going to help others as well. So if you are trying to get better at golf, hire a golf instructor and then ask them these questions and see if you can work with them to film the pieces of content and turn it into assets for your website. So that's pretty much what this whole idea is just to find the things that people are searching for. And you really need to kind of get creative in this, and this is very difficult stuff to do. It takes time to go through and do all this stuff. And that's the thing, like when you're creating digital real estate, it's not something that happens instantaneously. It's something that you consistently do over time, like 12 months, 24 months, 36 months. And what's cool about this is each of these pieces of content that you create can bring people to your website and to your YouTube channel, and it's something that once you create it, it's something that is there. It's not going to just get deleted unless you stop paying your bills for your website or something. But it's something that can continuously make you money for years on end. So I wonder, let's see, how long does it take to learn to juggle? So let's see, jugglingsecrets.com. This is my website. So you can see I typed in how long does it take to learn how to juggle. I don't have the videos up here for this particular thing. My video doesn't rank for that yet. Hopefully it will, but I can click here and I can show you exactly what my website looks like. You'll see here, there's me, see, right there. And what I do is I answer the question, and you'll see here there's ads on here. So this sells my video course. This sells juggling balls, so I get a commission on that. And then there's Google ads, which is just a way that Google can pay you for advertising on your website if you have traffic. Google ad. You'll see here, this is me from when I was 21. I created my first video course teaching how to juggle, and I just did another one 7 or 8 years later, just created it. So it's much better quality. And the reason for that was because I wanted to see if I could, make an improved version of what I had. And what I had from back then had been making me $30 a month consistently for, I think I made that in 2011. So, it's not like a significant amount of money, but it's from a very small thing, from juggling. That's not something that, people don't go to the internet all the time and say, I need to learn how to juggle. But when they do, I'm the one that will pop up to teach them how, and then I'll sell them my book and a video course to teach them how. But see here, it's just educational. It's stuff that answers the question and then teaches. So it's, helpful stuff. And there's me again. And you'll see here, here's another thing I created. How long does it take to learn to juggle 4 balls? And each of these things is just a question that people ask around juggling. So I'm an expert at that because I started when I was 8, and I've done it and taught tens of thousands of people, so I'm really good at it. So I created something around that. Let's see, but the idea here to just keep in mind is you want to create things that answer questions for people. Like, you want it to be something that's super helpful for someone who comes across you for the first time. And to do that, I do recommend getting the Income School product. I'm going to link it up down below. And you'll see here it's broken up into different action steps. So there's 3 pages of action steps for each of these, and they walk you through how to do every single thing. And this is just the first course that they have. They have a bunch of other stuff, like info products. So I went through this, and you'll see here, as you go through and you do the thing, you'll click the status button and it'll turn green once you do it. For me, I'm going through it again on another website that I'm working on, so certain things I haven't filled in yet for these particular things. I did it with a survival website I have, so like preppers, emergency preparedness, stuff like that. And now I'm doing it with another website, so I'm re-going through the product to create another digital real estate asset. But you'll see here there's a bunch of stuff like picking niches, learning SEO. You don't know what that is probably at this point, but it's making sure that your content comes up on Google when people search for it. Pinterest stuff, improving your writing, hiring and training writers, reviewing sites. So they go through and they help you with all that. Monetizing, video editing, success mindset. This is a good one because it teaches you what's necessary for you to actually create these things. The 60 steps to success on YouTube is also very good because it teaches you, the stuff that you'll be creating for your blog, you can also do on YouTube. And YouTube's sometimes quicker because like you can have a video that gets 1 million views, and like it could just be something that you happen to do that for some reason a bunch of people were searching for it and it popped up and got you a bunch of traffic. But the idea here is this is something that's not like a get rich quick thing. It's something that it's called Project 24 because it's going to take you 2 years to go through and build this stuff. So if that's not for you, don't get this. It's not going to be worth your money. But if it's something that you actually want to put the time in, I do recommend getting this. So that's my pitch. Like, that's the whole thing. I want you to go get this because it's going to help you out. But that's it. I'm going to link it up down below. If you haven't given this a thumbs up yet, click the thumbs up icon and subscribe to my YouTube channel here so you can get more of these videos when I release them. I have a lot of stuff backlogged because I've been creating videos since I think 2007 or 2008. So you can go back and you can watch like me being awkward on YouTube videos from way back in the day. But if you have questions or anything, ask me down below and just go get the course. That's it. That's what I want you to do. So thanks for watching.